And while I'm stuck on the smoothie, you guys can watch the definitely not suck wonders of Street Fighter Cross Tekken as we get started with Greedy Angel playing Ryu and Asuka, and PXG Ice playing Bison and Sagat. Let's see what happens with B Sagat, not Bob Sagat, Bison Sagat. So Ice is the reason I play Bison in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and by extension in other games now. He was the reason I started playing charge characters. Actually, not because I play. Anyway, let's get started. So right now, Ice is making this happen a big way. Just picking apart Greedy Angel. Angel has no choice but to tag out Asuka. Sadly, Sagat was waiting for Asuka with that wonderful counter hit stun from low step kick. For those who don't know, all the stuff about Crush Counter Street Fighter V, this was the game you can blame for Crush Counters. This is when Street Fighter really started playing with unique counter hit stuns. They did this because Tekken had a whole bunch of them, and they kind of adapted to Street Fighter V when that game came out. So right now, Ice takes the first round. There we go. Getting warmed up, guys. Bison Sagat. So yeah, I played Vega a bit in Arcade Edition, but I didn't really play charge characters like as the main thing until Ice started playing Bison Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and then I started watching Ice in the old Irish chat. Because I was in a character crisis, I felt Sagat wasn't doing it for me. I started watching him for Sagat, but then I saw what his Bison can do, and I started playing Bison more often, and I owe him a great debt for that, because Bison seems to have a good time the last few years in this game. So thank you, Ice. Look forward to seeing how you do. Ice is someone who is very patient. He moves in a way where he doesn't corner himself per se, but he always makes it so you know there's going to be a moment where he might just suddenly press a button and punish you to try moving forward, chasing after him. But he also might move forward in a way where you're like, uh-oh, he's moving forward. Let me brace myself. He's trying to poke at me. So he has like this aura of intimidation when he moves. It's actually pretty cool.
Alright, which one?
42, and then I have to grab my smoothie. The guy just got here a second ago. Vega's actually pretty good. And you're going to be seeing him too in this tournament, because one of our best Vega players entered as well. So right now, Ice is up 1-0.
Are you ready?
Okay. So, obviously, this is going to be an important tool for Bison to use in many matchups. There are some characters that can deter him from just doing double reverse at will, but for those who can, they just have to sit on that and respect it until Bison decides to swoop forward. But generally, what Bison players do, myself included, is they like to use that move, because it is kind of hard to chase down that far away. They use that to kind of see how the opponent will approach them, test the waters a bit, and also burns the clock as well. So you kind of get blamed with life leads if you use it properly and have a big life lead to sit on. Oh, that's a big trade! Yes, the king can still trade in Cross Tekken. That's one thing I love doing. I have to get used to not using step kick all the time to anti-air. I gotta use the trade uppercut more, because that's more consistent in that situation, because step kick is not air crush like other anti-air attacks. So you can't just go, hell no! Okay, thankfully Angel didn't punish that worse. You can tell that Ice definitely knew what to do, but he just mistimed the punish of that attack. Oh no, you missed it, and thankfully Greedy did too. Alright, that's not safe, so I don't think Greedy knows the punish just yet for those boosts. For many characters, block boosts are completely unsafe, especially ones that end in heavy attacks. Gotta be careful. Thankfully, oh! Okay! He wants to send off right to DP at will. I can go for it. Hold on a second. Someone's calling me.
Alright guys, so looks like I'm here. Alright, I'm here with you guys. I'm still watching.
Alright, sorry about that.
Oh, you're back? Okay, cool.
Yeah, alright. Let me, I'll come down just a moment.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice Yakado. Good sweep. Ice really doing a good job keeping his spacing. His spacing on the Rash. Nice DP. Oh, doesn't get the convert to kill. Well, tags, it'll be big damage. Oh, wow. Another drop. Still makes it work. Oh, strong. Okay, well on. Ouch. Nice stuff. Okay, nice. Oh, no. Yo, Sagat, the king. Alright, so looks like Ice took it 2 games.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys, my smoothie came in. Time to get my nutrients while I commentate this wonderful game. I see Ice is now up to nothing.
Yes.
So I see a question in the chat. How are they playing this online? Be specific. What do you mean by playing online? Go to 41, please. Does Asuka have parry? Yes, she does. Parry in this game is half circle forward and kick. It's actually pretty good. That parry beats both standing and low attacks in very early frames. It does a lot of damage too.
Right. Let's pummel them.
It's all on the line.
Alright, let's see what happens. So looks like Angel's gone back to his main team, Lily and Asuka. Lily is typically a character you play in the back, just how she set plays people. But we see her on point a lot more often, so I still think there's a switch character like some other characters who can play both, but that's not safe. It's all fun and games until you block all those overheads, and then you get punched in a very big way. Lily has very little health. She's very much a glass cannon. Here comes Asuka. Oh no! Looks like Asuka just shimmied him there, walking back and use command normal to move forward with that standing low. That is forward medium kick. All the damage. You getting out? Crossed up. Oh no! She said, I want to do something. But Sagat said, no, don't do anything. That tiger uppercut. Fortunately, now it's Bison's turn to get bopped. Yeah, Ice is... Yeah, it's not often I see Ice vulnerable like that, but this team, if you manage to actually get past the fact that their neutral's pretty bogus, they are pretty explosive. Ooh, Ice was thinking cross-up crusher, the Ice special, but no such luck. Didn't get all of it. Took the very tail end of it. To get the juggle off that cross-up crusher, you have to hit a very certain point on that move. Oh no, you mistimed your anti-air, that's bad! Oh no! Bison does not have an air crush move like some other characters in this game. Ice was thinking scissor kick, Asuka was thinking forward medium kick, Asuka wins. So does Greedy Angel, it is now 2-1 Ice. This is what happens with the British. She's not British, she is Monacan. Big difference. She's definitely not British. She's from Monaco, but she does speak French because that's the main language to Monaco. All right, it is 2-1 Ice.
2-1.
That's right. All right, number 40. So Ice is switching characters to another team he's well known for, Law and Lei. It seems like any time Lei is being played by anybody in these tournaments, there's always Law as a partner. It's not the worst idea. The reason being is Ice was the one who kind of popularized Law and Lei.
I guess I found the right suspect.
If you've seen Law and Lei on the SF4EO videos, it's probably Ice. His team is pretty well trained. He's got a lot of cool team combos with this particular combination, and for a long time, Ice was also the main Lei player, as well as one of the main Bison players. His Guile's pretty nice too. Ooh, look at this. Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed that Greedy blocked all that. So, just like in Tekken, those strings hit high, mid, and low. And they work in, like in Tekken, not like how lows work. So yeah, just overhead. and it definitely caught Lily in a pretty bad way. Oh no! Good raw launcher. Looks like Greedy knew that there was some meaty stuff planned, and he made the right guess. I think Law was going to use crouching medium punch, a common button for Law. Oh, big stun! You got crush countered, my friend. Look at that. Crouching heavy punch just brought the big crunch on him. Oh no! Yep, it's still your turn, Lei. Good stuff. What kind of synergy? This is looking like the synergy I was talking about. Woo! That is unfortunate. I don't know how that worked so well for Law. I'll have to research that later. But it worked! And right now, Ice is on set point. Alright. So right now, this way Asuka is threatening when she is. If she's in your face, she not only has a really fast overhead, she also has a really deceptive staying low attack. Both of them confirm into full combos. And they all hurt. As you can see, Angel just peed on Ice, and Angel is showing Ice. It's not over yet. Look at this. Oh no, yep. Thankfully it was not too big of a deal. Oh, what did he say? What do we say about Long? Jumping is banned. We said it last month a lot, and we're saying, oh no, you got raw launch, my friend. What are you pressing? You're just trying to move forward. Either way, all the momentum is down the tubes. Ooh, oh no, that was your chance, Asuka. Stalin kicks right in the Lei. Ooh, all right. Lei is so safe. All these dances, good anti-air. I don't see the other moves in Lei's strong arsenal used enough, so it's cool to see someone use the full kit of Lei Wulong. I know FantomStriker plays him a lot too, but I think Ice is like the main Lei Wulong guy that I can associate the character with. How you doing, Tommy? Two-step, good to see ya. That is probably dead. All the damage. Heavy, heavy, medium merchant palm, wall bounce, heavy into the DP kick. Academic. That's right, he's been playing Cross Tekken again. Good to see him again. It's good to see you guys as well. Welcome to Pandora's Mayhem, the monthly Street Fighter Cross Tekken event. Held right here at NYCFurby.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Alright.
Yeah, thank you guys all for watching. What are we gonna play next?
Alright, so next up is going to be, can you scroll up real quick?
I'm ready. Fight! I'm ready.
I remember playing TJ, I think a year ago. He didn't really have combos down, but his fundamentals actually pretty solid.
I'm over here.
So I'm curious how it's going to go. FantomStriker, as you know, he's a veteran of these things. I think he got second or third last time. He made the winners finals, I think. So he's a very strong player. I want to see how TJ handles him, or if Striker handles TJ. Let's find out. Both of them are playing Law. This is going to be our second and third Law in a row this whole tournament. Law is not the best character, but he is top tier, and you better respect it. Whoa, what a confirmed standing medium punch right in the launcher, right into pain, of which Hugo deals plenty of. Hugo is not quite as ridiculous as he was in Vanilla Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but man, he did get what he lost in utility, he gained in damage. He deals so much pain. That's, oh no, come on TJ, don't get too crazy, you still gotta flex. Look at that. Third strike overhead right into the EXSPD. All the damage. Something that Striker's gotten very good at since I've known him is he's gotten a lot better being patient, waiting for people to hang themselves. That's when Hugo brings the pain.
Don't blink! Fight!
All right. Ooh. So I mentioned earlier, crouching medium punch for Law is a really good button. It's not really a 3-frame button, but it does kind of have a tricky hitbox where it reaches out faster than you'd expect, just like his crouching medium pick. Ooh, no, you got the first one, but you got hit on the way down. No worries, you just got a free jump in. I guess the ban hammer on jumping on Law has been lifted for now. But nobody hitting that meaty slide so far. I was missing it too. Whoa, no. Good. All out by Striker. That should be, as expected, Striker's game. What I liked about that, again, Striker's gotten much better about being patient. And when you're playing character like Law, you can afford to be as patient as you want because you have all these great moves that keep people out of your grill and deter them from getting careless. We don't see if TJ will remember all those things about his own Law as we move to the next match, number 38. Thank you. How you doing, Rickster? Good to see you.
I'm ready. Fight! I'm ready. Fight!
It's all or nothing. Fight.
Okie dokie. We have Striker now on the left and TJ on the right. We got this Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan color for Striker. And we have LA King's Law on the right. Alright. So far TJ is starting to get his rhythm, but ooh, look at that. A straight boost punish. Keep it simple. Yeah, when Hugo starts giving you applause, you better watch yourself. You recover faster than you expect. Still advantage with, oh, nice. Using it as a reversal, I guess that works. Sad if you're whipping buttons right in Hugo's face, that's not. Layered to face, Hugo's had to be merciful and just use it as a chance to tag Law back in, rather than finish the comp with backbreaker. Look at that jump in, that's another one. And Striker is feeling tricky right now. He dropped that combo and then just decided to use the overhead with standing heavy punch. Make it hurt, and he does. 2 bars. Striker might be playing with his food, like a 5-year-old eating pizza for the first time, just stretching out the mozzarella, stretching this out as much as he can to enjoy himself. All right, let's see if TJ managed to get a punish. So far, it's been mostly all Striker. TJ does have all this bar, but with a chance to use it, got jumped in on. Then again, hit the overhead. Let's start watching it for now. For some reason, that flip didn't hit. Usually converts. I guess use on double punch that ends that target combo. All right, this is a big fire back. He's making it hurt. Da 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 da. All the damage. All right, it's finally Ken's turn to do something. We've been seeing enough of TJ's Law. Let's see how TJ does with Mr. Master. Look at that. I think Striker was thinking stand medium kick in some kind of a me situation, but DP stopped that strike. Oh no! I guess you want to risk Hugo being in more than he had to, because Hugo was running low on health. This is gonna be... Thankfully, Striker's not anti-airing with the same propensity as other Laws we've seen. I know Punk was just decimating people with that flip kick last month. Alright, he didn't get the CHC follow about that target combo. But TJ might have saved this. Good stuff. Simple step kick and TJ's got some momentum.
It's all or nothing now. Fight.
Okie dokie. Looks like Striker flinched during that block string, and he is being escorted to the corner. Look at this. Hurts so much. That was just 1 bar. Look how much damage that did. Law is in a bad spot right now. He has no choice but to tag into Hugo, but Is it just going to be then take turns get pounded like a squash match for tag teams? Look at this. And don't be whiffing lariats, my friend. Not against Law, especially when he has that target combo. Just whip punish you at will for full combos. Look at that. I think Striker wants the hard combos here. He wants to go right into the crouch medium punch into EX Lariat. He got the confirm, but not quite enough reward to stave off an unfortunate loss. It's like TJ's starting to confirm a little better himself. You better watch yourself, Striker. It's now tied at 1. Law is in fact top tier. It really is Tommy two-step. It is.
Alright, so which one?
It's going to be 37. Use Hugo's armor. So, Daxo, with Hugo,
I'm ready.
the startup on the armor is actually slower than it used to be. Before, people would just flex and would start almost immediately. But now when he flexes, it takes a while for it to start up.
Let the madness begin.
I think Striker has given up on worrying about it for now, because he has switched to King. And King is another character who's gained crap popularity in the last few months, here in our Discord. King is lower mid, in my opinion, but he definitely has a lot of cool stuff that makes him viable with the right mindset. King is not really a grappler, so let's get out of the way right now. King definitely has a decent high-low mix, and it's good to throw in one of those throws every now and again, but being that neither of them hit both crouching and standing opponents, unless it's a regular throw, it's not really worth risking too much. But what King does has some decent frame advantage. He's got some really long-reaching pokes. He has some fantastically damaging pebbles. And I think we're going to see some of it right now. Look at this. Oh, didn't get anything. He just wanted to play with it for a bit. Use the Jaguar step to kind of corpse off whatever Law wanted to do. You pressing buttons? I think you were. That's actually pretty smart. He's using the EX Shining Wizard to blow up Law's crouching medium punch and crouching medium kick. Because the EX version has full invincibility against those sort of attacks. That way it gets a big punish.
I'm over here.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah, Fist Fury Rush is a devastating weapon in any Law's arsenal. You gotta respect, if there's a confirm coming, Law is gonna make the most of it. Even off straight hits like that. And what's worse, she's actually pretty safe on those. I think it's like -5 or something like that. And online it might as well be safe, you know? Ooh, no! That had to have been some kind of input error. Didn't get the buffer he wanted. Come on, Striker. You know you got anti-air those. Neutral jumps are pretty devastating cross-Tekken as well. Just because the penalty is so hard for getting jumped in on, because everyone deals so much damage by themselves in a hurry with no meter. The reason why... Whoa, no! What were you pressing, my friend? You got crush countered. The perfect spot to do it, too. Devastating. TJ definitely going in right now. Someone got hit. They survived, but only by virtue of the fact that there was a cross silk going on. In the end, it was for naught. Game has been tied. Let's see who takes this last round. Da-da. You gotta sit on that too. That's also safe. Good approach. Yeah, that target combo, the junkyard attack, it reaches super far, starts up pretty fast, it can punish a lot of things people are expecting to be punished from many different ranges, so respect it. This is a common thing in Law's arsenal. The good news is that big kick at the end is not safe, so most Law players are just going to be doing the first 2 hits, not the third hit on block. If you do the third hit on block, you're asking for a free punish, which thankfully Jagger did not get, luckily for TJ. You got this one though. You getting chipped? Oh, you still press the button. Yeah, that's active all the way up and down. The best way to punish that is wait for him to land completely and then go for a sweep or something like that. There's a small window when he lands where he's bouncing off the ground saying, man, that hurt, where he's still available to get hit. But it's low to the ground, so keep that in mind as well. Dire straits. Unfortunately, Ken was thinking wake up DP. He's a Ken player after all. What are they known for? Waking up and DPing. Meanwhile, King was thinking waking up and jabbing.
Red team wins.
Striker now up 2-1. But he's no longer on Steam. I saw it the other day. $36.
I'm ready. Fight! I'm ready. Fight!
Are you ready? Fight!
Okie dokie. So, right now we're going back to this match.
Eyes on me. Not good enough.
So the good news, oh no. Let me reiterate about these flip kicks. As a reversal, they aren't terrible. You've seen TJ stop a lot of grounded offense with it, but something I want to see both these guys do is anti-air with it. Laws who aren't afraid to just park and wait for people to jump at them and then anti-air, those guys are the most dangerous Law players. As you can see, their ground game's not too bad. But for those who can do both and use the ground game to bait people into jumping, then they get flip kicked, that's scary. I want to see more of that for both these guys. Because so far we haven't seen much of the jump ban in effect, even though this is a Law mirror. Cross under by Ken. Ken using his long legs to kind of oppress King, but it's not really a difference between the DPs right in his face. Striker has all the attack gems turning too, so anytime he gets his hands or feet on Ken or Law, it's going to hurt, as long as those things are activated. Big jump in, here we go! Look at that, that's dead. That's dead. He was at what, half life? 1 bar later? Made no difference. Striker's now on set point.
Don't blink. Fight.
You can punish that, by the way, but it is kind of depending on what range they get blocked. The fact that, so, the difference between Tekken character strings and Street Fighter character strings is Tekken characters continue those strings on whiff. And oftentimes, those buttons will come out faster than they do if they were on hit. It's really weird, and it can surprise a lot of people. As it definitely surprised Striker there, as he didn't get perfected, but he got pretty darn close to perfected. TJ is showing signs of life. And Striker finishes a job where you have to deal with the tie game. Let's find out. Good, due to a tough heavy kick. Here we go. Bring the splat, and now it's time to guess which side you're going. Good job, TJ, rolling out, though. Opposite way. That far heavy kick, by the way, can crush low attack, because when King does it, he's slightly airborne for a duration of those frames. Good way to blow up crouching attacks. Alright, Ken's going in on King right now. Unfortunately, wake up giant swing, and Ken wasn't doing the right stuff. Now, if Ken was crouching, that move would have missed him. So I guess whatever Ken wanted to do, I think a throw, that was what led to get thrown by King himself. Oh, he's bringing all the pain. I don't think it's going to kill, but it's going to hurt. Maybe? Yeah, I figured. Wake up DP! Come on, you knew better, Striker. He's a Ken player. He all that bow, no! TJ gonna finish the job. He can combo off that move.
I'm ready to go.
Man, Striker might be stealing one here. I would have thought that would have been the end of King when he got DP'd like that, but thankfully, people are dropping stuff. This is online after all. It's gonna Ken has probably one of the 5 most damaging supers in the game. Oh, this is it. He took the life lead with that. He's running. He's saying, go lame. Go lame. Striker hangs on and clinches it 3-1 in this round robin. So right now, our leaders are Ice and Striker with 1 win apiece. Meanwhile, Greedy Angel and TJ are looking at an 0-1 right now in this round robin. Let us proceed to the next match. Let's say hi to people in the chat real quick. Yeah. Cross Tekken is on Steam, ladies and gentlemen. All right. If you could scroll up to 32, if you'd be so kind. This is not where he normally plays, so I don't know what's going to happen as he faces Sixel's Yoshimitsu and Bryan Fury. Now, this is an uneasy alliance. These two tried to kill each other up until Tekken 7, where Bryan was on the buff for some reason. But yeah, this is an uneasy alliance between Yoshimitsu and Bryan. We'll be able to play nice long enough to beat Brenda's Cool's team that Spicy Steve has completely dipped for his own machinations. Yeah, this team drove me nuts for many months in the Cross Tekken Discord 2019. As well as the first half of 2020 before we moved here to our Heroes channel. So let us see if this team that Steve is sporting gives me PTSD. Not quite. I'm not feeling those nightmares just yet. You got a punishment for. Alright, for those who don't know, that target combo, he can either end it in a knockbreaker, an overhead with the uppercut, or a low attack ends the sweep. Oh, got the big punish. Good stuff, Sixel. But you missed the ender, unfortunately. Yeah, typically, Yoshimitsu can get more off that. I forget if it's because he's airborne or because, I'm not sure. I think Yoshi could have finished there, just missed the timing of it. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, you gotta sit on that. If Yoshi sucks you in and their attack is, you just gotta handle it and deal the mix as much as you can. Ooh, alright, so you can definitely punish that. I know Rufus for sure can punish that. If Rufus micro-walked and used stand medium kick, I think, he could have punished it. Because that stimmy kick of Rufus reaches very far and it's actually pretty fast. Right now, Spicy Steve is taking advantage of the fact that Sixel does not know these punishes, these block boost combos, so he decides to lame it out. And right now he takes that first round. This is on Game Windows Live place. Or please, I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, gotta handle it. But, okay. So, the alpha counter just got traded, which I don't see often. I'll have to play with that later and see what the deal is. I don't know if that's something on Rufus or on the lingering hitbox of the windmill. I think of the full one. No worries. It's looking strong right now. EX Messiah, the classic. Uppercut. High or low? Alright, neutral jump. No worries. Right now, Dudley's not more than the so I want to see like the cool Dudley combos. Dudley's overhead is, I think, the fastest or second fastest overhead this whole game. And he can combo off of it pretty easily. And do some pretty absurd damage. So you have to respect that. On top of that, due to the way the system works around here, Dudley gets full combos off his crouching light kick. What he can do is he can link that into full combos again. So, high or low, you're in trouble. The one thing Dudley can't do that well is his buttons don't reach quite as far. They do have some pretty funky hitboxes, though. I've seen Dudley get full-screen punishes just pressing a crouching medium punch off of Bison buttons or other long-reaching buttons. So, Dudley's hitboxes are all over the place in this game. But, Dudley does have some really good movement. Like, his forward and back walk speed are really strong. He can shim with the best of them. And his DP's not that bad either. Fully invincible. Let's see what happens. Alright, so the good news is because Dudley's buttons are kind of stubby, he can't really punish that easily. Look at that standing low, right in the boost. There's that DP. When in doubt, DP. Dudley has all this offense and a really nice DP. And if he does get his hands on you, it's gonna hurt. As you can see, Yoshimitsu lying prone on the ground, and Dudley straightening his tie, moving up 1-0. With this team that Spicy totally stole from Brent. PS3 netcode wasn't that bad, come on. The PS3 netcode was way better than Street Fighter 4's. Top Second's PS3 netcode is actually pretty good, to be honest, compared to some other games on PS3.
Uh, 34?
34, yeah. Okie dokie. Spicy Brent here, aka Spicy Steve using Brent's team. He's going to try and take this lead and make it 2-0 against Sixel's Yoshimitsu Bryan. Strange bedfellows. Okay. So, something else about Rufus. His jump heavy punch retracts his hurt box in a way where he can be difficult to anti-air unless like a true air invincible attack you're anti-airing with. But big buttons that you'd anti-air with, like standing heavy kicks, things like that, they're not going to work against Rufus so easily. And he can still dive kick. Dive kick is not as ridiculous as it was in Vanilla or earlier parts of Street Fighter 4, but it's still pretty safe on block, and it recovers super fast. So something that Brent liked to do, and we'll see if Spice does it too, is he will dive kick right in your face, but just miss you so you don't get hit at all, whether it be hit or block. What he'll do then is he will empty jump low you with crouching light kicks and then confirm into a full boost to his partner. For now, though, it seems like Sim's not even getting the chance to do it. Thankfully, Dudley had Bar to tag in Dudley. Or Bruce had Bar tag in Dudley. Yeah, you see he's shimming right now, just making it... Oh, no! Alright, so I think Steve needs to learn actual combos. Because as you saw, these confirms aren't going to work the same just doing boost stuff. You have to do, like, full... Dudley-specific combos. Otherwise, that's going to happen. You're going to blow whatever momentum you're making. Yeah, he is missing those overhead links. He's not doing overhead, period. He needs to do more of the high-low mid because he has low links as well. And unfortunately, him trying to play it like a day one character is not working out. He's got to do actual Dudley combos with both of them. Alright, be careful with that crouching heavy punch though with Rufus. That is not safe at many ranges. You have to get the perfect space for that. Nice, good stuff. Going for a throw. Watch your steps, gonna be a DP coming, or just a crouching jab with shoulder. Slap you silly, it's not quite silly enough. Alright, so right now Steve is just pressing buttons. I want to see some actual Dudley stuff. Come on, Steve. Just block break right in the face. Oh, he got the follow-up! Simple, just going for a corner carry. Big DP, here we go. This is the follow-up there. Come on, Spicy. Okay. Confirm to a boost, bring Yoshimitsu back in, even though... Alright, so. Let me elaborate once more. If you are going to be doing boost combos, at least make sure your partner isn't dying. And if he is dying, learn what we call relaunch combos, where during the juggle, they can relaunch to bring your partner back in. Because launchers do, or at least the raw launchers do, they do 100 damage. And if you can learn the relaunch combos during juggles, they're not perfectly optimal for obvious reasons, but they are good enough to at least keep your momentum and not have a character low on health coming in. And that's something that's really kind of biting Sixel in the butt right now.
You can't lose here. Fight.
Alright, Clive. I would say the PS3 version was at least consistent enough to hit your overheads most of the time, unless it was like a really tight overhead link. If it was like Heihachi's overhead that has like a million frames of hit advantage, then I think you're good. I'm a Heihachi player, by the way, because that's my main character. Alright. You can tell Spicy has not really figured out the pure neutral of what to do. Good punish, though. That's a good start. I suspect that crouching heavy punch was throwing him off there. It does have kind of a retracting hitbox that can pull back more than you expect, even if range as close as that. There you go. Alright, that's what I want to see more of. Just be careful when you're walking too much. Might be wise to kind of see what he does in response to those block dashes. Heihachi's probably a scrub killer. I will not comment for the thinking of my opponents on that. But yeah, Heihachi can definitely make you mad if you don't know how to deal with him. Ooh, that's going to hurt. It's a lot of bar you're spending. Make a cow. No, you didn't get the one you wanted. I would have gone for crouching heavy punch into the knee drop personally. It's not enough. You got fancy.
Blue team wins.
I appreciate it, but actually, no. With the EX twisting punch of Bryan, what he could have done is target combo overhead. The overhead would launch him upwards, and then he could finish with Mock Breaker. It would have done crazy damage. And it would have burned a lot of clock time, too. Right now, Spicy's up 2-0. And by the way, if I'm being an armchair quarterback, it's because I've won a number of events for this game. I also wrote the Cross Tekken Bible for version 2013, so I know this game pretty well. I'm trying to give feedback to people watching, so that when they watch back, they know here's what you can do with these you're using to make the most out of it. I'm trying to be helpful. So thank you guys for understanding. Alright, Spicy is now on set point.
Are you ready to die painfully?
Alright.
Let's do this. Fight.
Anyway, so let's see, now that Spicy's actually started playing his team a bit more, if he can understand the good stuff. 'Cause I haven't really seen much of the crazy... Alright, he probably won a dive kick there with that neutral jump. He just mistimed the dive kick. Because if you want to get it properly, you have to learn how to do like the super short dive kicks, and typically it involves using the super jump. So right now, I suppose he's kind of exploring with Brent's team, which is fine. That was nice. Look at that. See what I mean about those hitboxes? It didn't look like that jab would hit him, but it did in a big way. That's good. Look at that. I talked about that stand medium kick of Bruce's earlier. It seems that Spicy figured out why I talked about it so much. Look at this. Flurry, but he got thrown out of it. There we go. Look at this. You got the full heavy into heavy. Clive, you want an overhead? That's an overhead right there. He got the full combo off that nonsense. Straight up overhead into stand heavy kick into all the damage. Clean. Yes. I suppose Spicy wanted to see if Sis would sit still long enough to get hit by it. Yeah, that move is really great too. So, jump heavy kick with Rufus. That move has crazy priority. I remember playing JB at Summer Jam, and wow, that move made me mad. I mean, I still managed to just stop jumping at time and stop challenging it, but it's frustrating when you're a character who prides himself on like air-to-air attacks, and here comes Rufus, just nope, jump heavy kick, and I get a full juggle off of it. And it's actually not the worst idea to use against Yoshimitsu, because he's a character who loves using his air-to-air attack, named that jump heavy punch, where he spins his katana in the air at you. Big raw launcher, but there was no follow whatsoever. Alright, you can tell that Spicy is thinking that Yoshi might try to do that jump headbutt I was talking about, but so far Sixel's played Moses on the ground. And I would not be jumping him too much because Yoshi can actually combo off his DP. That was weird. EX Poison Breath, but again, doesn't get the follow-up he wants. The good news is Sixel has a big life lead. Yeah, I think Spicy said, yeah, I blew it. Let me just finish the next round.
Like you for breakfast.
There's no turning back. Fight.
Alright. So if Yoshimitsu can get the handle on his DPs, all that dive kick not to make it any difference whatsoever. And Rufus that can't go in the air is kind of in trouble. Because Rufus is really strong in the air, not just for dive kicks, but for his jump-ins and his air-to-air attacks. Jump heavy punch is a godlike jump-in, jump heavy kick is a godlike air-to-air, and dive kick is dive kick. Dive kick got nerfed, but still dive kick. What are the rules on gems? Defaults only. So everything they're using right now, that's what version 2013 laid out for the game when they readjusted the game. So in vanilla, everyone had individualized gem sets. In 2013, they were all standardized across 5 different sets. Right now, Rufus is using set 3, and Dudley is using set 1. The set 1's attack power, the red gems. Set 2 is defense, the yellow gems, and set 3 is meter, the blue gems. EX Fisherman Slam's a great reversal. It's not near as good as some others. Like, most Dudleys will wake up with the first hit of EX Rekka, which I think is called right-left spin kick or something completely uncreative. Oh, good block. Yeah, that thing, maybe can kind of blow people up because it leads to full combos. But looks like Spicy taking full advantage of the fact that Yoshimitsu is not DPing as the anti-gear. He's just a reversal. And Yoshimitsu's DP is full air crush, so if Sixel were to DP him, he would destroy whatever Dudley wanted to do. Now that elbow, the Savage Elbow, jump heavy kick, that lingers a long time. So that can blow up a lot of anti-airs as well. But if you have full air crush like Yoshimitsu, it will make any difference. Sadly, it seems like Spicy dialed back a bit and timed over to get the 3-0 win.
Alright guys, good stuff.
Definitely.
Definitely good stuff. Gotta get the next match going. Just give me a sec.
Alright, have a good day, Dane. Thanks for dropping by. Could you scroll up to 28, please? Alright. No. Press, go back. Thank you. Could you press select? 0-1, and Spicy Steve, who is right now 1-0. Let's see what happens. And again, he is going to be using Brent's team of Rufus Dudley, I guess, until someone makes him stop. I think Greedy is good enough to make him stop using this team.
Are you ready? Fight.
It's just what I've seen of Greedy. I don't know enough about Ryu to make this judgment. Good jumping, but yeah, you can tell Spicy isn't quite used to the specific buttons you have to do to optimize Rufus' combos. Because Rufus' buttons serve very specific purposes in neutral and in combos. Okay, so he pulled back with the boost combo, and because Ryu pressed something in the middle of the boost combo, he still got the crush counter off that move. Look at this, Dyer right now. He's going to be tagging somebody soon. Or just use EX Messiah. He has no meter to tag out. He's had to do it raw, so now it's Dudley's turn to get bopped. Sadly, this is the best character on Greedy's team. Asuka and... yeah, Asuka's the best one. Usually, Greedy plays Lily as a front, but again, Lily's not really a point character per se. A lot of characters just bully her in neutral for free. So it's probably why Ryu's the front there, but I don't think Greedy's Ryu is quite there yet. using the frame advantage of that forward medium punch overhead. I like it. That little magic 2 of hers kind of sneaky too. Yes, guys, I said magic 2. I am in fact an old man when it comes to Tekken. Let's continue. Ooh, good. That's how you play Rufus, especially against characters like that. Just use the short dive kick and whiff punish whatever it is they want to do using the optimal spacing. For now, though, not much optimal here other than hoping Asuka does get too close to you. You missed the link again! Again! You gotta be aware of what buttons you can boost with, because again, a lot of these characters, they have very specific cursor buttons where it isn't really optimal to do boosts in those situations with those buttons. Ryu's a great example. Ryu is a fantastic example of why boosts have to be very specific to the character you're playing as, because Ryu's far heavy kick will whiff a lot, if not all the time on crouching people. But if he uses close heavy kick to boost, it hits twice, it's pretty safe on block even in boosts, and you convert whatever with it. For now, though, it seems like Green Angel has made it happen. He takes a 1-0 lead with Ryu Asuka, and finally, it looks like Spicy seems to be tapping out. He is switching characters! We're going to see the actual Spicy Steve team, and not the team he swiped from Brent. Spicy, no swiping! How you doing, Descent? It's good to see you.
It's all on the line. Fight.
Descent, who got top 8 at Summer Jam 2018 for Cross Tekken. Good to see you, my friend. Alright. So we're seeing the CEO winning team of Vega and King. As I stated earlier in the broadcast, Spicy Steve is a CEO champion. This is the team that made it happen. And if I'm being completely real, he was definitely leaving his own for most of that weekend. So this is what I'm excited to see. I mentioned last month, he did have an early exit against a very newer player, Jason, playing Balrog and Abel. So I'm sure Spicy's looking for some redemption right now. As that one came to right the wire, oh, that was nice! God, wait his turn and use the light dagger bomb for a spicy anti-air. That is why he is Spicy Steve. Unfortunately, Asuka is just peppering him with that standing low, and here comes another combo. It's academic. Kind of heavily scaled, though. So cool how Asuka can mix up her boost combos with her Tekken strings.
Don't blink. Fight.
Because Asuka attack gems on, she can like be as unawful what she wants as long as she finishes the combo the right way. I'm assuming he wanted a Jaguar Bomb, but might have been buffering something instead. Got the Giant Swing. Oh no! What were you pressing? What were you doing? You clearly weren't blocking the right way because, again, Green Angel loves that standing low. Forward, medium kick, moves forward, combos, you can do whatever you want with it, namely kill people, as Padawan quickly takes a 2-0 lead. Padawan, the greedy angel. The angel of greed. Does your greed know no bounds? Is there any wealth that will sate you? Perhaps you want all the Macherino money, which you can right now contribute to the site that we can drop in the chat real quick as we prepare for Game 3. Because Green Angel is trying to get that 3-0. Such a good feeling to get when you 3-0 somebody in tournament.
Yeah, exclamation point Macherino got to the link.
Alright, Spicy Steve already in the hole. Again, after what happened last month, I'm sure he wants some kind of redemption here. How you doing, BBH? Good to see you. BBH, Bison, Julia.
Yo, BBH blew it up last night. He won that $400 Fighters History tournament. I did.
I saw that. I hosted that.
Crazy. All right, good shit, man. Thank you.
Good stuff, BBH. I'll watch the full one later. But for now, let's see if Spice can pull this off, because he is sitting in a 2-0 hole. I think I placed out order because he wouldn't be able to switch characters. No, this is right. Forgot. Because he didn't have Ryu last time. Anyway, let me get focused back on this. Getting Star Trek by BBH right there. Alright, so far, Spicy's keeping it simple. Just backdash, and if Ryu is whiffing, use crouch medium punch to get full punishes and break him king. A lot of damage right now. What were you thinking? EX Jaguar Bomb, maybe? Missed input? Ooh, that's a good little conversion there off the stand light punch. In-ear jabs. Yeah, we still got those, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it simple right now. Just walking up and throwing them. Yeah, no worries, BBH. I got you. Oh, big jump in. That move lingers so long. I remember the EVO 2018 champion, Homeless Dragon, telling me that when Esta picked King on him, he had to keep that in mind because that move is a lot like Nita's jump heavy punch. It lingers a long time, it goes straight down, and unlike Bison's jump heavy punch on a similar function, King's hop is a lot shorter. So it can come out of nowhere sometimes. So this is not Marvel Infinite. In this game, anyone who gets touched is considered live until they're off the screen. You don't have to worry about point anchors being hit like you do in Infinite. This game, whoever gets hit, gotta take all of it. And that is definitely what Asuka's doing. Put some ice on that. You're still alive. Let's fix that. Convict kicker. And Spicy staves off the 3-0. Instead, he's only down 2-1.
Red team wins.
Appreciate... Is it Kleist or Cleese? Put the pronunciation there. Either way, I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping in $10. That magic pixel life, you know? Alright. Looks like Greedy is going back to the old standby. Lily and Asuka. Other Shining Wizard. So Shining Wizard, this game is half circle forward and kick, but it only hits crouching opponents. So it kind of works like Clark's Shining Wizard in King of Fighters 11.
Are you ready? Fight.
Okay. So,
So easy.
Lily. She is someone I don't consider a point character, but she does have, as you can see, some buttons she can kind of play neutral with. Her anti-airs really aren't that reliable, but she has some good buttons. I kind of compare to Rashid, I guess, in neutral. Just the particular way she mounts her offense has some Rashidish properties, namely with what her buttons do, I guess. I think her jump heavy is kind of like the Rashid dab when I think of it. So maybe that's where Cap got the idea from when they made Rashid. Just literally can't shoot little tornadoes up people's hands and stuff. For now, though, it seems like Spicy is caught Greedy with the pants down because, wow, caught by surprise. All the momentum is suddenly going down the tubes. Yep, still your turn. Good stuff. All right, this I want to see more of Greedy. He's playing a lot more confident than he was before. To get the sweep. Yeah, that's a kind of a hard thing. Most people will follow up that aerial throw with the sweep and get the hard knockdown, but you have to time it very specifically. Like, I had to teach myself audio cues to get timing down. Empty jump madness, and you're dead! One empty jump was all it took to bring the pain! And just like that, it's tied at 2. I had really no room to really talk about the shift momentum because by the time I got around to it, the whole thing was done. It's right now tied at 2. Let's see if Spicy can finish the job or if Greedy can compose himself. This game didn't last as long as it should have. Yeah. Yeah. I can't really disagree there.
Bro, it's all good though. We're streaming it though. Like the
I know,
community
right?
keeps alive.
I'm happy for you.
I'm
happy for us.
I'm happy for you guys. Happy for you guys too.
Yeah, I gotta get my wording done. 'Cause again, that did kind of put me in like some weird PTSD flashback, like that picture of the dog thinking about Vietnam. In the meantime, let us bring the thunder from the tropics as the tropical storm starts to hit my neighborhood as we go on to Game 5. Spicy Steve is from Florida, so I'm sure you can relate to that very much. All right, let's see what happens next.
Feels appropriate.
I think Greedy's from... No, TJ's from Georgia. I forget where Greedy's from. Anyway. Come on. Ah, good. Okay. Vega's neutral jump heavy kick. I'm using that very specifically. Neutral jump heavy kicks are really strong air-to-air. And the fact that Vega's limbs reach so far, gets some pretty nice conversions off it, too. Alright, so I think, yeah, Spicy is starting to get a bead on exactly what Greedy Angel wants to do. Like, a lot of that exchange there with Vega felt very, very deliberate. Greedy Angel loves to pursue with that command normal, the forward medium kick. And unless Spicy doesn't make her stop, Greedy's going to keep doing it. And I'm saying that from personal experience facing Greedy. Unless you make Greedy stop doing that move, you're going to get blow up by it. There is no chance that Greedy will suddenly dial back thinking he's used up the well. And I say it in the best possible way because, again, it's a good move. And the fact that he can cancel, like CADC cancel, to make himself safe again, to put Asuka in proper position, just keep doing more impressive stuff, or even get him set up for the cartwheel kick, which is full air crush. You gotta watch yourself, my friend. And for now, I don't think Spicy can give Asuka a chance to get back in. Woo! Autocorrect! Autocorrect EXD! All the juggle points. So, what happened there? I know it looked weird. The invincibility is only for standing attacks, but just the way the overhead hits, it protected her in a way. Well, protected her in a way where King didn't really get bothered. King didn't really grab her. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. That worked? It did. Okay, I was unsure because that move hits kind of low. But anti-air cross art is super common, super good, and super painful. Come on, tap. Tap, you ninny. Look at that. She's tapping out. Ring the darn bell. Yeah, sorry. Got sidetracked there. So, I'll explain more of that move later. Let's focus on the neutral. Come on, Spicy. Finish your food. Yeah, Lily was thinking he's going to try doing crouching medium punch most likely, and sadly, all she got instead was the wrong end of my favorite letter. P for perfect. Spicy moves forward, 3-2. He is now 2-0 in this round robin, while Green Angel falls to 0-2. Let's see what happens next as we talk about our wonderful Matcherino quests.
Oh yeah, exactly. Talk about that. That's.
I'm ready. Fight!
Oh, the chick is talking in this ad. That's actually Jet Set. She works at Red Bull. She works at Red Bull Esports. She sent me a case. Hell yeah, she's the shit. Shout out to Jet Set.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's get started. So, I know Ice and Striker have been talking to each other a lot, namely because Striker and Ice are both law and lay enthusiasts. For now, it seems like Ice is going to be going with Bison Sagat. This is kind of what I associate Ice with personally, because I named Bison because of Ice. So I'm really excited to see how Striker will handle this, because, as I've said many times before, I've kind of trained Striker for a long time since he joined us, and I'm really looking forward to see how he adapts to someone who's a little bit more consistent than I am in playing the lame game. Ice is not afraid of being as lame as he has to be, and I kind of admire him, but he's still consistent about it. His confirms are very strong. This is good. So, this is one matchup Sagat has no issue worrying about unless he just throws out heavy Tiger Knees at the worst possible range. I think I'm expecting Hugo to try to do something moving forward, or Hugo would have moved backward and then would have hit meaty, but not quite. Struggle of being Sagat. Because someone's getting gat, you're definitely getting got there, but no, you're not, because fortunately Striker dropped the combo. Is still, time is running out. I think Ice got this. He knows the timer's running. He's gonna get super lame. Look, he's gonna get lame right now. Ooh, I like the idea. The armor through Tiger Uppercut. You didn't expect Sagat to tag out like that. I think he was expecting Sagat to just take it raw and then to get the big punish when he landed. That's very smart thinking, though, from Striker, knowing that Tiger Uppercut would hit high enough to get absorbed by the armor. So he's definitely learning. Look at this. He's escorting Striker to the corner right now. This time he got it. It's gonna hurt. Breaker. Alright. Okay, he baited it. Just tapped one button, waited for the layer to go off, and then big punish. Academic. That is one way to beat the armor. Use your fastest normal, and then by the time you've recovered, the lariat has not come out yet. Hugo would have to use his very poorly recovering dashes to escape the lariat, or just let it rip and get blocked and die. Yes, I'll die. Ice is now up 1-0.
Red team wins.
Only EX Tiger Knee is wall bounced, Working Warrior. So a lot of times you're gonna see Sagat with meter gems, which is the blue set, because Sagat has so much utility with that move that you're gonna be expecting most Sagats to either do them in combo or just let it rip. It's not nearly as safe as it used to be, but at certain ranges, definitely kind of hard to punish. Let's see how the Iceman responds and tries to take a 2-0 lead. Now that Striker is shown, he has some tech to deal with this particular squad of characters. Yeah, and as you can guess, Law can definitely shut down double reverse and head stomp and things like that. It's also assuming that Ice will give a chance to even start applying the jump ban. Ooh, look at that linger. Crouching medium punch. I've been using that move a lot more lately, and it's really good. So shouts to Ice for also using that wonderful move. I know Tim Ice like to use a lot too. So I'm kind of experiencing more myself because I used to use stand medium punch, stand medium kick instead. But crouch medium punch, if I could cancels as well, and it reaches that far, it's pretty good. Not quite as fast though. Either way. For now though, Ice is in no rush to do anything right now. This is very tense. And just as Striker flinched, that was the end of that round. As I stated, Ice knows when he's got the lead, and he is not afraid to hang on to it as long as he has to. Winning is all that matters, ladies and gentlemen. Win by KO, win by time over, win however you need to win. Because winning is fun by itself. Right now, though, seems like Striker would like to win because he's got pretty decent... Never mind. He was doing well, but again, against Ice, don't try forcing things. Like, if you feel you have a life and you're sitting on it, just sit on against Ice. Because Ice would do the exact same thing. He's not going to get sloppy either. And now that Ice has all this life lead, he gets the punish, sadly. Yeah, in Vanilla, that boost was completely safe, but not so much these days. Oh no, looks like Striker is taking advantage now. I think Ice is starting to falter a bit. That's why I said what I said. If you have a life lead on Ice, just focus and hang on to it. And over time, it'll grow. That's nothing against Ice. That's just the momentum that you have to maintain to defeat someone who uses a particular playstyle of being this patient. Ice is someone with not only fantastic reactions, but fantastic patience. So I need to see Striker kind of biding his time a bit more, like he did there. You saw his Sagat get a little bit crazy when he was getting low on health, and that big DP punish sealed that round. Whoa, raw lariat, okay. I think he was expecting there was going to be like a button that Bison could press using his figure range, but instead just ate it raw, no buttons necessary. Yeah, these combos are great. I love playing Hugo for these combos. Come on. Alright, so this is... Yeah, I mean, Sagat didn't really have much choice there because he has such a life deficit. So does Bison. He had to kind of press the offense a bit, but that's something Striker's got a lot better at. Defending himself when the offense is pressed. There was a PSN tournament I did with Striker a few months ago where it felt like once it kind of got in his grill, he'd panic a bit, and then Bison would just do whatever he wanted on my end. But I think Striker is starting to get a little more confident, saying if I have a life lead, I know how to hang on to it. And the fact that he played that particular round so good, that shows he is improving. So good stuff, Striker. Is right now tied at 1. I think Striker's still in the chat. Striker, I am praising you. Good stuff. All right, Sagat has been sent to the bench. In his place stands the All-American hero, Colonel Guile.
Let's do this.
And this is interesting team up. Bison and Guile, 2 sworn enemies, now erstwhile allies. And what better opponent to be privy to this alliance than Law and Hugo? Oh! Unfortunately, not quite far enough, my friend. We talked about it earlier. The interesting spacing of these combos that, on paper, probably weren't considered to be combo starters. It's a bit better with Hugo because he was made for this game specifically, but yeah. Hugo's got to sit on that. Some characters just punish that medium heavy with Bison, but Hugo's got to sit on it, even at that close. And unfortunately, because Hugo is so big, even if he's crouching, that's all gonna hit. Bison boost. The reason I picked Bison, I saw how brain dead that could be at times. People don't know how to deal with it. And then people start dealing with it, I had to adjust my offense. But either way. It's tight. So, in this particular matchup, we talked about characters dealing with it. Law deals with it better than almost everyone. Because Law can just junkyard combo on reaction if he blocks the medium-heavy target combo, or boost combo. That might as well be a target combo that Bison did on Hugo earlier. So you can tell Ice is being very careful what he presses. Because I'm sure he's well aware as a Law player himself what could happen if he tries to test Striker a little bit too much. The tension is in the air. I know, right? This is good neutral. Because like I said, these two can just blow each other up if either of them get careless. With almost no effort. If Striker goes ham with the Juggernaut combo, either it gets blocked and there's a big punish because Bison has 3-frame normal, or he just gets whip punished with a neutral jump and then Bison brings in Guile. And Ice's Guile is really strong. I won't say he's the best Guile I've ever faced. I didn't think a little hard about that, but he is definitely a Guile that reminded me of what Guile can do. His Guile is very much optimal as a character by itself, not just a utility. Look at this. I think this is Ice's game. He is turning up the lame. Lame is overflowing. Gold Lame. And Ice Lamaze it out to take a 2-1 lead. Yeah, I know. This is godlike neutral. That's why I was excited when I saw that this set happened. I knew it was going to happen. I think this is a good test to see how much Striker has grown when I've been playing Bison with him the last couple of years. And he's doing a lot better. Yeah, Bill, I play this game a lot. I've been playing it almost 9 years now, and I've actually got some hardware for it too. And I have a guidebook I wrote for it as well. So right now I'm just enjoying my retirement, spreading love for this game and providing a stage for people to play. And a stage where you guys can take the seats and watch them take center stage, you know? How you doing, Sin Final Boss? Good to see you. In the meantime, let's get back to Ice and Striker. So far, that is the one thing I will say Striker needs to do more of in general. He needs to be more confident with the anti-air flip kick. Once he initiates the jump in, I think Striker is going to be a real force in these tournaments. Not that he isn't already, because he got Winners Finals last time, but I think he can start getting some hardware if he really gets the feel of what's the optimal space if you're going to jump at law, and how can I make them think it's safe when it's not. Nice. Made him think about where he's going to go, but wake up. Moonsault press. Oh, no! He wanted to use he wanted to use regular backbreaker, catch Bison with double reverse, because he's done that on me before too. But Ice got out of the way and just got a big punish, and he is now on set point.
Do you have what it takes? Fight!
Eyes on me.
Yep. So just like Street Fighter V, that stand light kick in 3 frames, and it's really good. No, like playing Bison. Once I learned that stand light kick is the God button in that situation, I really appreciate how good Bison was. You can cancel it too, by the way. It's just that gosh darn good. Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. I'm listening to the Japanese version of the Sonic Boom. I have it on American. I have it on English. On American. American. And right now, seems like Law is being sent back to America, back to his little COVID lair in California. Because, woo! Ice just takes it 3-1. Put some ice on that, says Ice. Alright, so now Striker is 1-1, and Ice is 2-0.
Alright, good stuff. All
Definitely.
Right. Alright, one sec. I gotta get some water for a sec. 20 seconds.
I got you.
I'm ready. Fight!
Corky Chen, good to see you, my friend. Psychoblue, I remember you from SRK, I think. For now, though, let's see how TJ deals with Sixel. Sixel playing Ken and Rufus, so it's rare I see Ken as is. And I haven't seen Rufus since Brent School was doing these things. So now I get to see both these guys. Twice in one tournament. Fantastic. Wait, this is a Ken mirror! Alright, so I cannot remember the last time I've had a Ken mirror in a Street Fighter Cross Tekken tournament. So I'm curious to see how much Ken we're gonna have. We were lucky to have a Ken win one of these things when Christine was here. Let's see how this Ken mirror plays out between Sixel and TJ. Okie dokie. Ooh, no! Everyone's thinking psychic DPs! I think, actually, TJ was really getting crazy with it in his last set that he had. So please be careful, TJ. Oh, crush counter! He only has enough for a sweep, but that's okay. Look at all this health Rufus has got. He can take it. All that meat on his body, and he just got the very end of that EX Messiah kick, tags in Ken, and takes the round.
Will the tide of battle turn? Fight!
No! What are you doing? Not that one! I think he wanted the range of it, if he's using that one, because not much ability. But I think he suffered a little bit too much, and that's what happened. Look at this. We got the Ken Mir going. You got the very end of the heavy DP. Yep, still safe. Good stuff. And TJ is going in right now. Then he goes out. It's a pretty classic Street Fighter match right now. Ken's thinking, if I use this kick, Tatsu, I'll be able to stop that jumping heavy kick, maybe. Good stuff. So I'm liking what I'm seeing, given the lack of practice of for other players. What TJ did there is he knows that EX Tatsu starts up super fast. And with the way the cross Tekken system is, if he EX Tatsu'd, or sorry, if he air Tatsu'd in the corner, or if they got close to the corner, he could have gotten a full juggle if he caught them in the air of that Tatsu. The hit stun allows him to get full combos, even if he hit them around with the Tatsu as well. So smart to think from TJ. Come on, that's something that's really bothered Sixel. His punishes have been pretty suspect, it seems. Good news is TJ's Ken has to tag in Law now. We've seen so much Law these last few games that it's good. Yo, there we go. The jump ban has finally been initiated. Good stuff, my friend. Come on. Ooh. Okay. The flip did not hit anything, but that's not a true punish, ladies and gentlemen. Law can immediately do a second flip kick right after the first one. So if you try that all the time, if Law does that, he might be baiting you to get hit by a second flip kick, which creates an even bigger problem for you, due to how much conversion he gets off those flip kicks. Jin is in fact top tier. To whoever says that, he is top tier. Nice, clean, a well-deserved medium DP as an anti-air finish. Good job! TJ is now up 1-0.
All right.
How to deal projectiles? So Jin can one wave dash under them, or he could throw his own projectiles because in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Jin has Dormammu Darkhold. That's how he deals with it. He throws fireballs where the other guy's throwing fireballs. And he can wave dash if he has to. So either way, you gotta deal with it.
Are you ready to die?
Sixel has returned to his old standby of Yoshimitsu and Bryan Fury. Well, you say that, but it hasn't helped in Tekken 7 because Kuma is still dunking on people in that game. It's been like 4 years since he showed up. Ooh, that's a punish, and he got it with that crouching jab. There we go. So, Bryan has 2 optimal post-launch follow-ups. The first one is the target combo overhead into Mock Breaker, and the second is close to medium punch, micro walk, close to medium punch, micro walk, crouch, heavy punch into the knee drop. Alright, you get way more off of that. I mean, you could have done so much more off that, man. I think he wants to go for style, though, which is fair. Oh no, you missed it. Simply he goes for the super at that point. Good conversion. Overhead target combo into Bryan, who gets a full standing combo. Academic, my friends, academic. Hey, watch your feet, my friend. Good punish. Okay, so he's gotten more punishes off that than most others have so far, which just goes to show you that move is not safe. So don't do that on block, please. Bryan's swinging for the fences right now, and so far he's batting 1,000. Again, oh no, he didn't finish his food. No worries. I'll scarf it back up in just a bit. Run out the door of that piece of bread. Like Ray and Evangelion's weird ending where she's running to school or whatever. Good stuff. The Sixel. It's now tied at 1, I believe. Like peanut butter and jelly. They just go together, don't they, Jeremy? Okie dokie. So it seems that Sixel has finally found his combos. He was having issues earlier.
I'm ready.
And that spells bad news for TJ. TJ's been kind of shaky what we've seen so far. There we go. We were talking about earlier. I think I had a third one too, but I could be wrong. I'm not a Yoshi player. I just watch him a lot. I want to learn Yoshi though. He's fun. A lot of my guidebooks on Yoshi was from watching other people. Yeah, you gotta hang on to it. Law is just a big bundle of safety. Block to Spirit is only -5, and online it might as well be safe. Oh no! He was the perfect spot to get that crush counter stand heavy kick! And that could spell boom for Mr. Fury. Alright, look at this combo. Bringing Ken right back in. Kenneth Masters. Nice, use the overhead to just hop over that crouch medium kick. For those who don't know about this game, every character has something called a charge attack. Now that's not like Sonic Boom and like charged moves, that's different. Although Sonic Boom is a charge attack. Charge attacks are a specific special move in each character's move list that they can hold down the button that they're using to one of a number of things. One of them is to store a counter hit charge where after they flash orange, they can dash forward and backward to keep a key charge like in Tekken proper. The other option is just hold it down all the way until a super automatically activates. That's good for specific combos, as we've seen with Law and Ken, this particular team. And the other option is while you are doing certain cancelable moves, you can use that move to dash in and out to create pressure or create safety in ways you normally wouldn't. So charge attack dash cancel is the expert level mechanic of this game. And those who can charge attack dance cancel, charge attack dash cancel consistently, I'm sure they can dance too if they want to. That is when you're really going to see some crazy high level play. And we're seeing that with TJ right now. That is one thing he's doing. He's using the medium heavy target combo to either convert to more pressure, maybe play a throw game, or use Ken's high priority normal, or he's going back and then try to swing after him. He either whip punishes or gets the crush counter. He didn't get the finish though. That's unfortunate. It's like a focus attack kinda. Only it's like a focus attack. That's basically the cross-taken version of FADCing. So that's a good way to describe it. And yeah, most don't have armor. Zangief has armor. That's more a property of the running bear grab. And Balrog, once he has a charge, he has armor too. So yeah. Something Sagat, I like Sagat's CADC a lot, because when Sagat just charges it, he can just let it rip for EX Tigerty, one of his best moves. Looks like Sixel is up.
I'm ready.
What's the score again? I lost track.
2-1, 2-1.
2-1. Got it. Thank you.
Are you ready to die painfully?
It's all or nothing. Fight.
Got it. Thank you. All right. Sixel now up to 2-1. Let's see what happens here. A lot of stuff I've kind of said before, so I want to see how TJ adjusts himself, because so far it's been all Sixel the last couple of games. But there has been some signs of life. As you stated, I do like the charge, attack, dash cancel of Ken. Use the target combo to kind of create offense or pressure Sixel and getting careless. I think it's crush counter with stand heavy kick. Nice overhead. Didn't get the follow-up though. So Bryan, like many characters, get full combos up his overhead. And I'm kind of seeing what there is. Usually that's good to style on people and burn clock, but not really that optimal in damage. So just keep that in mind. Get other follow-ups that do more damage. Good Vega, my friend. So something else, Bryan, that makes him really good. Far heavy punch, light punch is a really strong target combo. In Tekken, it's back 2-1, but in this game, it's far heavy punch, light punch, and he can one cancel the second hit and do whatever he wants, or he can even link from that move to create some really powerful standing combos. For now, though, TJ was getting crazy, and a big DP to the face has Sixel on set point. Bryan Fury is a reanimated corpse given cybernetic implants. So basically, it's like RoboCop, where he died, and then the mad scientist brought him back to life. But he's not nearly as Foreman-friendly as RoboCop. He's kind of a jerk. Anyway, empty jump low, a classic. TJ is looking to rob this 3-win streak from Sixel in a very forceful way. Yes, in this game, first character dead is the end of the round, like in Tekken Tag.
There's no turning back. Fight.
Alright, looks like TJ has got his confidence back. If we can... Oh, good DP. Okay, watch your step, because look at all this meter that both these guys have. Oh, okay, using anti-air EX Mock Breaker, but you saw the point of armor there. That's not an air crush move whatsoever, it just has a point of armor, so it just ate the jump in that Law wanted to do. That's not safe. Big, honest, the junkyard combo. This is good so far. Ooh, no. Ooh, wow, that's great. You definitely won that, my friend. You can tell Tia's like, oh, it worked, and then just did what he knew would work, another DP. Look at this. Ken says, trick or treat, smell my feet and smell my fist too. A big jump in and overhead. I think, Sixel's trying to figure out what went wrong here. Things must be well in the back, and now he has no tag, and Bryan let him eat all this damage. Nice. Good stuff, TJ. You know what helps beat the time overs, though? Proper use of your gem selection. I think if TJ swallows pride and just put all his gems back on, and he learned how to optimize the activation conditions of each of the sets, especially if you have attack gems and meter gems and stuff, he would be winning a lot of these rounds he might have dropped the last few games. Because they have less chances to have the other guy get back up and capitalize. Because the extra meter boost and the extra attack boost, or even the extra defense boost, can really be helpful down the stretch. I know when the Capcom Cup 2013 happened, the commentators brought that up because I think one of the guys wasn't really picking gems. All the stream monsters got super mad at them, but I knew what they were talking about. So I'll talk to Hugo about that later and see if I can maybe coax him into realizing the game's balanced around these things. So that way, maybe stop the time overs and finish your food. I know a lot of these situations happening. You can attack gem or a meter gem burning. You could have more meter and more power to finish off these things that are getting pretty tight down the rope. All right. Good. Whiff punish. So that was coming and said, nah, I know what he's going to do. DP in the face. I don't know what you wanted there. Probably think lip kick about an input error. That got the command blow. Yeah, look at this thing. I'm out. Fortunately for Sixel, he's got some combos, and he's going to bring down the big elbow. Probably could have gotten more off that whiff punish, but we'll work with it. Can you beat roll with throw? Yes, you can. So that is something that you add to 2013. You can beat rolls with throw, and that kills all of your red health. So that's another way to sped this game up. Yeah, totally SFXT stuff. And I appreciate it, because before this, my main game was King of Fighters 13. Okay. So like I said, if there's a little more power on that super, and it has a lot of power as is, it's even more dire for Rain and Matt. But so far, with all the damage scaling that the combo initiates, not out of control yet. And wow, okay. I was actually going to mention that move a second ago. So EX knee drop and super knee drop are almost guaranteed projectile killers. So I was expecting Bryan to let it rip when he was throwing fireballs. His hit was let it rip right in Ken's face, and that was when it happened. Yeah, he is giving Sixel way too much chance to survive right now. Not just because dropping combo, just he needs to optimize his toolkit a bit more, which of course would involve our default gem selection. Whoa, big jump kick to the face. Gotcha. Good stuff. There we covered that move earlier, the jump heavy punch. Crazy priority. And without Rufus jump heavy to worry about, he's just gonna bring the big rotating katana right in Ken's face. Fortunately, Ken has a heavily skilled combo waiting for him. You gonna get out? No, you just roll right into TJ and he just throwed you. You've been thrown.
It's all or nothing now. Fight.
So yeah, not perfectly optimized, but when you're doing that, you have to be careful because empty jumps still hurt. And you usually have that much health. I think he's like 1,000 health average, but it kills it pretty quick. Here comes Bryan, coming down with that big jump heavy kick. Oh, got the overhead. He got the combo. Okay. Oh, we got the full jump in. This is going to be the end. All right, Sixel takes it. Good stuff. Sixel is now at 1-1, and TJ 0-2.
Red team wins.
Ice going back to Law and Lay. And we are going to have, on the other side, Sixel with Ken and Rufus. So we've seen so much Ken. So refreshing. Well, why is it refreshing? Psychic DPs. With no meter to cancel. That is how we play Ken if we are Sixel, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, your mic's dying for a little bit. It's like cutting in and out slightly.
But no.
Keep talking.
Alright, so we're just testing out. I think my mic came loose.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Sound better?
Nope.
No? Hold on just a moment then. I'll keep talking. In the meantime, we're right now testing, seeing what I unplugged. I think I unplugged something or other. This is moving over here.
Better now, I think.
Is it better now?
Nope. Never mind. It's like he talked. It just started breaking
Got
out.
it. Thank you. Alright. Let's test them real quick. Hold on.
Yep. Your internet stream blow up. Computers, technology. Yeah, we all virtually here, but we're not really here. Like sometimes, like the real world is like, hey, shit is breaking.
How about now?
Nope.
How about now? No?
You should try to disconnect and then reconnect to the call for like a second. I think.
Got it. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Yo, this late. Oh my god, this late's crouch. Yo, I don't see that much. I keep forgetting he can crouch walk.
Yeah, it's really cool. The Panther Walk.
Oh yeah, way better.
Way better? Got it. I just reset. Thank you. Yeah, so that's one of Lei's specialty stances. That's how he deals with... So, the thing about that Panther Walk, not only does it go over under fireballs, he can blow up throws. So he could walk in Zangief's face. Zangief can whip SPD's dead center and would miss him in that Panther Walk. Only if he's walking forward. So anyway... Looks like Ice is putting on the combo exhibition for you guys because he is such a generous fellow. Look at this. He's showing exactly what Law and Lei Wulong can do.
Still kind of cutting in and out, so you know.
Still? Okay, that's weird. But yeah, that's the best I can do right now. But for now, I'll keep commentating. If it dies again, I'll see what I can do. Just disconnect it and reconnect and turn my mic on and off. Yoka Tatsuki, good to see you. It's good to see you. There we go. But again, the Panther walk situation only happens if he's actually moving. If he's standing still, that effect won't be quite as effective. Ooh. And medium kick right in the launcher. And what are you pressing? Are you just whipping air buttons? Unfortunately, there are full combos waiting for you to come down. Ice is now up 1-0. How's it sound now?
Sounds okay, but you know, like sometimes, like every now and then.
Got it. Thank you. I'll see what's going on later.
Yeah,
it was fun earlier.
Yep. Good on my end, right? The classic. Okay. All
right. There we go. I was reminiscing of the Street Fighter 4 Rufus. Yeah, he's still good. People say it's not good. No, it's just not as good. There's a difference. It is still worth complaining about how good it is.
I'm ready.
Okay. Resuming.
I guess I found the right suspect.
Are you ready?
Sixel has switched to Yoshimitsu and Bryan. I think he really wants to make this Ken Rufus team work. Every time he's used it is not really paid off the dividends he'd be hoping for. But at the same time, it's a tournament. It's a good time to test some stuff out, especially if it's offline. That way if you're offline, it's not a complete mess, you know? Stop with standing jab. Woo! And the range, it still works! My goodness, you don't have to worry about whipping anything with he always converts, no matter what range it is. Okay, using crouching to stop his move and so Law could punish him. That's pretty smart. Good stuff, Sixel. Alright, meanwhile, the Icy One is bringing on the pressure. And you better watch yourself, because as I stated earlier in this broadcast, Lei has all the high, mid, low properties of his Tekken strings from those stances in this game. So standing lows, overheads that come out way faster than you think. It's nonsense. Just waiting for you to slip up, and then he can flip the flip on you if he wants. And oh no, not that one. So yeah, it's going to be crouch, heavy punch into medium or Chipom you want. Heavy punch into heavy or Chipom is not going to work. I guess he broke a little bit too fast. No worries though, he is chasing him down. And I forget what the cross circle forward kicks are called. I think it's the Lotus kick, but it also might be the DP.
I thought you were gonna be tougher.
Crane 3, 2, 1. I think it actually might be something similar to that now, actually. So go figure. I'd still be Crane 3, 4, 2, 1. I know some of them are the same and some of them were slightly altered, but only slightly. But now though, Bryan's trying to alter Lee's space. Too many characters with 3 letters that start with L. Law, Lei, and Lee. One of which not even in this game, unfortunately. He'd be perfect fit for it too, so it's a real shame. And Sixel is hanging in there. Ice is not exactly easy, but he's made that's a big punish. As I'm saying good things, commentator's curse happened. Yeah, that's right, Cross Tekken. How you doing, Trots? He's sneaking in. Panther Walk coming in. Coming in there. Coming in. Razor Rush. No stance against necessary. He did have a drunken stance there. Yeah, something that Ice does really well is he hides what stance he's using very well. He can use his crosshair and burn all the way far. It's not dead, but man, it sucks. Not quite enough chip either. That was a good move to try to chip out with. I would have done it too. Fortunately, Hugo was walking forward, and he just got sucked in the windmill. Here comes Bryan. And sadly, here comes a punish. I mentioned earlier, Mopper can be punished by that junker combo. Whoa, crash kicker overhead. Oh, he's gonna try to get me again. He's been bouncing with super right in your face, stopping it in your face. Ah, Bryan, that wild and crazy guy. Ice is now up 2-0. Personally, Godfist, I would have liked Yoshimitsu to have an original design to be his default costume in this game, just like in other Tekkens, where there's a new design in each game he's in. What I would have done is I would have had his alternate DLC costume be his default costume, and then have a variant of the Tekken 3 costume as his DLC costume. That's just me. That is, I think, 2-0 Ice. Oh, by the way, guys, we have a score update. Spicy Steve has just defeated TJ. So now Spicy Steve is, I believe, 3-0, and TJ is now 0-3. We'll keep that in mind as we get to Spicy or TJ later.
I'm ready. Fight! I guess I found the right suspect.
Okie dokie.
Are you ready to die painfully?
Let's do this. Fight.
So, it looks like Ice is trying to take this as he is in a 2-0 lead. Sixel trying to get some momentum back, but again, Ice is not the kind of opponent who will just give you games. You have to kind of play his game and play it better to really overcome him, as we saw when FantomStriker was getting a lot of momentum on Ice too. Good so far. Unfortunately, it looks like Sixel flinched here. Now we're going to see these big combos. Okay, didn't get the finisher. Just wanted to go right into Drunken. Because he got a big whiff punish right there. Crouching head punch is such a good move. Still his turn. Good stuff, Sixel. Good job waiting your turn, my friend. Ice has been cornered, and he just got all of that target combo mix, and it's turned the tide slightly to never mind. Still in Ice's favor. Ice is now on set point. Spicy Steve is actually a lawyer, not a loan shark godfish. He is a lawyer by trade. Just like our compatriot Davey Boy Graham. Though for a while there, Sixel kind of putting the pressure on Ice, and Ice really have much in the way of DPs to really save him, because Lei's DP is not nearly as invincible as some other DPs that are usually available to Ice with other teams like Sagat. Nothing nearly as good as Flash Kick either. It drives me nuts when Sixel does that, because a lot of damage he's leaving on the table to be fancy. Like, there's some real damaging follow-ups he has off that EX Fisherman Slam, but he wants to be fancy the second one. He's gonna do it again. Did no damage. It's unfortunate. Ooh, so when Law is glowing like that and screaming, he is fully armored all the way through. So he wanted to bait Bryan to pressing something, and he's gonna get a big punish with one of the follow-ups off that stance. Ooh, you missed! Lane said, "Gone drinking, come have a taste." Bop! Drunken punch. Full counter hit. Full conversion. Ice moves forward 3-0.
Fight!
I think 1 and 2, yeah. And Striker is now 2 and 1.
It's all on the line.
Okie dokie. Striker and Sixel. You can still hear me okay, right?
Yeah.
A little better?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Alright. So, oh, there we go! The jump ban has been initiated. That's what I'm talking about, Striker. Good stuff. If you can keep that up, you can just silence Sixel right here. He's already in deep hole as is. He is ripe for the taking. He is vulnerable. Ooh, optimal spacing off that crouching meat kick though. Not quite far enough. Thankfully, the recovers pretty quick. So, oh, there we go. Jumping is banned, my friend. Against Law, who's flip kicking and is batting 1,000. Jumping is banned, my friend. Ah, good. He knew it was coming and just said, no, backbreaker for you. There we go. I love seeing how Striker optimizes not just the combos of Hugo, but the toolkit of Hugo, too. He is using his actual tools, not just as a combo finisher. Playing Hugo like he's a character. Good stuff, Striker. That's right, Striker. Look at this. I see people checking hype for your Hugo. Ah, I just missed it. No worries. Just clap him. Or just layer him right in the face. Muscle weighs more than fat. Go figure.
Will decide a battle turn. Fight.
Okie dokie. Here we go. Oh, come on. I don't want him to get a single jumping on you, Striker. Punish. Good stuff. Look at that. Perfectly spaced with that crouching medium kick. Punishing that block boost combo. But I would like to see more of Striker. Oh, okay, never mind. YOLO DP and it hits. The throw break. Good flex. Yeah, he knew it was coming. He figured if Rue's that far away, there's only so much he can do. And he made the right call. Crouching heavy punch, just got to absorb the armor. And big lariat, full combo. Uh-oh, looks like Sixel's saying, I'm diving in DMs. Ooh, what? Okay, so that was actually pretty innovative. I know what the plan was. He wanted to have the full block stun of that block Tatsu tag cancel to bring Rufus start a mix, but only one hit of the Tatsu connected, which made it completely worthless. Watch yourself. Ooh, okay, command blow. Completely stuffing whatever Rufus wanted to do. And Striker now up 1-0.
I'm ready. Fight! Are you ready to die?
So once more, Sixel retreats back to Yoshimitsu Bryan. And again, I reiterate, I don't know why he keeps going to Ken Rufus. He's had some good times of it, but this is definitely his first option. Just the way he's playing But I've said that many times before. I'm just gonna stop saying it for a bit. Let's see if this is enough to turn the tide. Ooh, big lariat to the face! And look at you, Striker. You've really been consistent with these lariats. I know Ice kind of stuffed them a bunch of times, but since then, most of them have just been getting armored through and getting this big clothesline to the face. Shout out to John Bradshaw Lakefield, who is no doubt watching this young gentleman from Southern United States very closely. For those who don't know, Striker is located in Arizona, and we've got some good discussions about not just fighting games, but over the course of the last few years. He loves metal music just like I do, so I'm kind of partial to Striker. And thankfully, my faith is well founded, as he is putting a big back breaker on Bryan and takes that round.
What will happen next? Fight!
Southwest United States. I mean, South mean anything at this point. And most people think that South, they think like Florida and stuff is the wrong side of the country. Anyway. So, let me go back to coach mode. I think that'd be good for now. That's good. I do like using the windmill to kind of test people if they're at that optimal range to see what they'll do. But what I want to see Rain do more of, when he does these neutral jump things, I want him to go the jump in and then crouch medium punch into crouch heavy punch into boost. I think he needs to convert off everything if you're playing Yoshimitsu, just because he deals so little damage as is. You want to at least optimize what damage you can, because your goal, if you are playing Yoshimitsu, is to tag in your partner with whatever setup you can. The reason why I say that is, one, his crouch heavy punch does more damage than typical, and two, with the way Yoshimitsu has his move properties attached, the windmill tag will lead to a really powerful tagging combo, just a full standing combo. And it's a powerful starter, because it does, I think, like 140 or something on average. A 140 damage combo starter is really painful in this game, especially if attack devs bring like Bryan. Oh, it's still. It was so far away to convert it too. Why lost top tier, ladies and gentlemen? One of the many reasons why. Ooh, no. So that is something that Sixel has done well, catching people with that. Alright, it says running out of hard drive space, so we'll have to take a break to get some more hard drive space. No worries. Thanks. Appreciate it. Alright. Big lariat to the face! Come on. Okay, so it's Sixel, I think, has taken the lively back slightly, and he just gave it away because now Bryan's in. So Bryan better finish his food here. He definitely can, though, because Lasso will help. But I think Striker is aware of what Bryan wants to do and just said no. Creeping hitbox of crouch medium kick, and here comes Hugo. I believe that is 2-0 Striker. Yeah, Mop Breaker is pretty good. Not safe, though. Has a lot of pushback, so it can seem safe at times. It's the lab, the particular punches for it. Alright, 13, then we'll see what we're looking at. Thank you.
Alright, yeah.
We're getting towards the end. I think there's only a small handful of sets left. Maybe 3.
I'm ready. Fight!
Alright, so Striker is now on set point. Let's see if there's anything to say about that. Got $50 in the pot, thank you. Let's keep it going. Look at that. You got to sit on that, my friend. You just have to sit there and take it. Good job blocking it, though. Here we go. Here comes Hugo. Is Fisherman Slam a juggle starter? Yes, it is, but you shouldn't be comboing into itself because it's not really that optimal. I've been telling Sixel this throughout most of the event, but he can't hear me because this was pre-recorded. So Sixel, when you watch this, there are much better follow-ups for that than that. Like, much better. Woo, raw launcher! What were you thinking, Mr. Fury? Whatever it was, it just led to a big uppercut to the face. Here comes Law, all attack tips burning. I think we didn't just flip kick you there. I guess the jump ban has been lifted. Be careful. Now, I've seen Sixel raw launch people too. Be very careful what you're pressing now. This is slightly in Sixel's favor. So this is a good chance if you wanted to tag Bryan in for full damage, he could have. He did there though, but I was thinking when he does that crouching medium punch, he might be wanting to confirm into the windmill, which will lead to a lot of pain. So will this, actually. Too heavily scaled though. I just realized that Hugo does not have a typical attack jump set on. He has the Pandora set on, which makes me wonder if we're going to see a Pandora in this particular exchange.
Sharpen your senses.
I swear, Striker, if you are sandbagging to get ball on low health specifically to get those ridiculous Hugo Pandora combos, I don't know, man. I approve it. If that's what you're doing, man, I'm saying I'm proud of you. Because that is like next level mind games right there. Knowing that half your life disappears could come at any moment just because you hit the other guy too much and you can't do it at the right time. Yeah, there's a guy on PSN who's obsessed with Pandora. And he plays a low health character too, so he really likes to go all in with it. Ooh, look at all that frame advantage. Look at Bryan, so aggressive. Backbreaker. Clap. Stays to the corner. Backbreaker. Might even need Pandora at this point. He's going for the kill. That's dead. Striker takes it 3-0. And we have a score update, ladies and gentlemen. It seems TJ will have to go home with a frown on his face because Ice has defeated him. I think that is 0 and I think it's 0-4 for TJ, and Ice now moves up to 4-0, I believe.